The NBA needs to get it together.
It's just in sports.
I'm going to ask here, like I always do, make sure you do like and subscribe to this channel. It really does help me out. I actually lost my job to a layoff recently, so any likes, comments, subscribes, it really does help grow the channel and it'll really help me out, so I'd really appreciate it. The NBA just announced they're going to be investigating the Oklahoma City Thunder over a game they played against the Portland Trail Blazers back on March 7th. The reason they're looking into it is the Oklahoma City Thunder appeared to be participating in load management. What is load management? According to Google, because apparently Webster does not have this as a word yet, load management in sports refers to the strategic control of an athlete's training and competition workload to optimize performance and minimize injury risk, encompassing both external and internal factors. Put more simply, they're sitting their players to let them rest. Normally in sports, you have to have an injury to be rested. In this situation, they just want them to take it easy because they don't need them. So what exactly happened? According to reports that on March 7th, the Oklahoma City Thunder decided to sit 5 of their main starters plus a reserve player as well, all for rest purposes. Now, the Trailblazers are not doing very well this season. Oklahoma is currently in first place in the West, so their players sitting out makes sense because, hey, it's a long season. The only problem with that is that the NBA created new rules regarding this problem. It's pretty clear what teams are and are not allowed to do. Rest no more than one star player from a game. For purposes of the restrictions, a star player is defined as someone who has been on an all-star or all-NBA selection in any part of the past 3 seasons. Number 2, make star players available for nationally televised games and in-season tournament games. Number 3, balance the number of one-game, quote, rest absences a star player accrues in home games versus road games, with a recommendation that a player more often sit out at home. Number 4, refrain from any long-term shutdown when a star stops participating in games or appears only in a materially reduced role that could affect the integrity of the game. And number 5, have any healthy players resting for a game present and visible to fans. The problem is that the Oklahoma City Thunder had 2 players who fit that criteria sit out their game. So why is this such a big deal? Why is the NBA so strict about these rules? Why shouldn't players get to be able to take games off? Famously, over the last few months, NBA viewership has been down. This is to a degree where former players, talking heads, and even the commissioner has addressed the issue. The NBA implemented this rule because they want to keep their fans happy. How upset would you be if you bought a ticket, you flew to Los Angeles, you're ready to go see a game, and LeBron James is sitting out? It's going to be a pretty bad experience for you. And that's what the NBA is looking to avoid in this situation. They're trying to make sure that their star players who are selling the league are going to remain playing so people can see them play. As I mentioned, the NBA is suffering some ratings issues. Now, this is not abnormal for the NBA. It really didn't get popular until the 80s through the 90s through the 2010s. So now it's kind of on a decline. And I think there's a lot of different factors for that. One of them being load management, one of them being they're taking too many threes. Another major reason, they don't dunk as much anymore. You don't see a player like Shaq just getting in people's faces and just dunking on them at all times. That's one of the most exciting parts of the sport. That's like if hockey got rid of checking and fighting. It's like, all right, great. A lot of people have made their opinions on what they think the NBA needs to do to get fixed, which, you know, everyone's allowed to that opinion. I personally think there should be a relegation system. You already do an in-season tournament that nobody cares about, so why not make the full transition? But I digress. I'll make a video about that explaining my ideas later. However, a lot of players have gone on and said there's a bunch of different issues when it comes to basketball. And I don't think it's basketball fatigue, because if you look at March Madness, it's going crazy right now. Viewership is through the roof. It's strictly the NBA. Again, this is not abnormal for the NBA. They used to tape delay games up until the 80s. This means the games were taped and aired later, meaning they weren't live. One thing that stood out to me a lot while doing research for this video is a lot of NBA players actually believe that players don't love the game. James Harden said it's been this way since high school. There are some people who just don't like the game. They can just play and they play.
I don't really love basketball. They just do it just because they can jump high or shoot the ball very well or tall. But it's been like that way since high school. You know, just every single year you got to find ways to get better and come back.
Patrick Beverley famously said that he thinks 50% of the league does not care.
What percentage of NBA players don't really love
50, and I was like being nice.
How can you tell when someone doesn't love basketball?
Preparation.
What parts of preparation?
Anything. You like a girl? You think you like a girl? What do you do for her? You go send her roses. That's being prepared. You go buy her nice things. That's part of preparation. You go wash your car. You might even have a car. You go wash your shit though when you go pick her up. That's part of preparation. You done called the restaurant already. What you want to eat. That's part of preparation. You probably called the restaurant that she she kind of likes anyway. Not the type of restaurant. I mean, not the actual restaurant, but the type of the food that she might like. That's preparation. You got to go to the bank. That's preparation. I mean, you're doing all these things before you even pick the girl up at 7 o'clock. Now, can you have all that energy and put it in basketball? They're watching film. Is it extra shots? Is it free throws? Is it working on offhand shit? Is it working on shots that you might not even use? Just to have something in your back pocket. Is it, okay, cool. Every 2 days out the week, I'm going to make 100. Or every 2 days out the week, I'm going to make 5 half-court shots. You know, guys don't even shoot half-court shots. They want to their numbers. Like, preparation. How prepared are you? Do you know the coach's philosophy? Do you know what the coaches want from you? You know, it might be different what you want from you. You know, so you have to. So when it comes to preparation, most teammates I know who don't love basketball are the really good ones.
How does that work?
Because the skill over, you have so much skill. You know, it's free flowing. You know, you get a guy who get all the girls. You ain't got to do the preparation. You ain't got to get your car washed. You ain't got to order a restaurant. You get all the ladies.
I don't know why what Patrick Beverley said stuck with me, but it really did. How are fans supposed to care about this league if the players don't care about the league? Up to 50% according to him. I don't know if it's that high, but hypothetically, let's say it is. Half your league doesn't care about the success of the league. How are the fans going to care about your league? And at the end of the day, without fans, you're not going to have that money. So the NBA really just needs to figure this out soon, or it could start having repercussions down the road. But that's just what I think, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Like I mentioned earlier, it really helps me out in a difficult time. But until the next one, have a good one.